So we're just before the onset of a pretty big thunderstorm, but because things are looking so good and plants may start flopping all over each other, we'll see if we can do a little bit of an update. There's the indeterminates in the back row. There's a row of dwarfs, and just so you can get to see the size of some of the fruit that are forming, there's a dwarf wild Fred in there. There's a blue-tailed lizard skink. This is the row of experimental hot peppers. You can see some of these are starting to get nice colors on them. A little bit of thunder coming, so I may have to finish this later. A row of sweet peppers. I don't think I'm going to be out here for very long. Some more dwarf varieties. I just wanted to show the size of the blossoms on some of these dwarfs. This is a red plentiful. The plant is loaded with blossoms. We've got a pretty good sized storm. It's going to be coming in here pretty soon. We could use the rain, but not the wind. I'm going to walk behind the indeterminates here. We've had a lot of trouble with fruit set due to the extreme heat. You can see some fusarium wilt on this plant. That's tree's bottom's yellow. There's another plant that's struggling. Here comes the rain. There's some big Cherokee chocolates that are ripening in there. Tiger Tom. And here I go. Certainly going to be a lovely rainstorm. If we could just get the rain and skip the wind, I'd be pretty happy. So while the rain comes down and waters everything, just give you a little update. The indeterminate tomatoes in the back are doing quite well. Right now we're harvesting fruit from Mexico Midget, Green Doctor, Tiger Tom. We're about to pick the very first of the Cherokee chocolates. Sun Gold are doing great. Picking fruit from Variegated and Kimberly is just about ripe. And I think Speckled Roman is going to be ripening soon as well. Picked a few of the snowy dwarfs. There's fruit setting looking really good on quite a few of the dwarfs. So the different projects we've got, the Rosella Crimson are just starting to set fruit. Rosella Purples are loading up. Over there the taller dwarfs are from the Sneezy. Part of the project, and aside from Summertime Green, which is dead, or about to die, got some good fruit set on Sweet Sue, Mr. Snow, Feral Beauty, Kelly Green. The row there that we're looking at right in front, there are some of the Porky, Tasty, Frosty, and Tipsy offspring, as well as Dizzy's, and Serendipity as well. There we've got the double row of peppers, and down there are a lot of the F2s. Ah, what a beautiful rain we've got coming down here. This means not going to have to water today, which is always good news. And the sky is starting to lighten a little bit too, which is interesting. Oh, the other thing that I hope we don't get is hail. With a close thunderstorm like that, hail is always a possibility. It's interesting to get these little bursts of rain. There's a plant straight ahead that's struggling. And that's one of the porky replacement plants that's got probably bacterial wilt. It seems like every time there's some lightning and thunder, we get a burst of rain. It's kind of interesting. No hail yet. It's coming down pretty good. It's been an interesting season. The extreme heat that we've had, with so many 90-degree plus days, has really hurt the fruit set, particularly on the indeterminate varieties. But the peppers and the eggplant and surprisingly the dwarf tomatoes have set fruit quite well. We'll have to see if things cool down a little bit. Maybe the indeterminates will pick up again. So now this is a perfect type of rain we're getting right here. There is some wind coming in, downdraft from the thunderstorm, but it doesn't seem to be pushing my plants around too badly yet. Although we're up around 20 miles an hour with the gusts now. I don't know if you can see that. Rain barrel, I just emptied these the other day, and we're full again. Boy, in a day where it's been so warm and muggy, or a week like where it's been so warm and muggy, it's so refreshing to get the nice cool air that comes in with these thunderstorms. I just went to tomato tasting at Lee Newman's house. Lee is my Tomatopalooza co-host, and he had a big harvest of some of the dwarf varieties come in. So we get to do a comparative tasting of many of the dwarfs, and it was really very interesting. I think the highlight of the tasting for me was certainly the Rosella Crimson that he had, the Rosella Purple, and the Summertime Gold, which indicates to me that we're pretty much at the end point on those varieties. They're pretty well developed. I can hear my dog Buddy inside. He does not like thunderstorms. Considering that it's mid-July, the dwarfs are holding up quite well. One of the issues with having to grow them in these 5-gallon grow bags is that the only support you can give them is the short stake that you have in the pot. And they're actually, eventually during the year, they'll just flop all over each other. But thus far, they're looking pretty good, and they're certainly holding up well in this deluge that we're getting. Although we could see a few plants tip over. I've been trying to keep them as tied as well as I can. It looks like this storm is going to go on for maybe another 15 minutes or so. Then I may be able to come out later and we can look through the different crops, take you through the eggplants and the sweet peppers, the hot peppers, and the indeterminate and dwarf tomatoes, just so we can get a look and see how things are doing. That's it.